Great. Okay, so can I just see it? What, a middle part? You just have to like feel it and want it. Like, okay. I have to feel it and want it. Yeah. So like up here more?
And then they like probably
bigger?
And like I feel like that just gives.
You know what I mean? All right, Lou. I'm committed now.
She was a 10-time All-American. She was part of 2 NCAA and 2 SEC championship teams. So we're proud to introduce to you our next head coach, Ashley Johnston.
As I look out and see so many familiar faces, teammates, mentors, and just current members of the Crimson Tide team, I'm reminded that I'm home. Thank you all for the opportunity to share my vision for this program that has meant so much to me, and for my excitement for coming home to the University of Alabama. Roll Tide.
When I found out that I was going to be the next head coach of Alabama Gymnastics, my world absolutely changed for the better, but it was a really crazy process. I can remember the people around me really helped narrow and prioritize my focus, and that was to take care of my athletes. First and foremost, that was the athletes that were on the team at the time, and then also the recruits that were either committed to Alabama or were close to getting to that point.
I was under the impression that I was going to transfer before my senior year, so I was kind of a mess. I felt like after the first phone call with Ashley, there was going to be change that I needed personally, and chose to trust her and give it my all for one last year, no matter what that looked like.
I had a really close relationship with my old coaches, and I didn't know Ashley well, but taking everything day by day and having an open heart to accepting new coaching philosophies, how she interacts with her athletes, I could just tell that she cared about the person holistically and not just what you did on the competition floor, and that was huge for me.
After meeting with the athletes, it was really clear to me that a couple of things need to shift in order to create the culture that was going to really help our athletes succeed. And Gina was a really important part of that puzzle, and the stability and the consistency and just what she brought to the program. And so it was really clear to me initially that her and I were going to work really well together.
Yeah, just when the in gets hard, do a little more heel drive off the bar. Sometimes you're just literally not casting hard enough. A little more. Let it fall back a little more. There you go. Yeah, just as you open your hips, try not to lose your middle.
The next step was finding somebody who really brought a playful energy. I'm a big believer that we have to play gymnastics. We throw tricks, we have fun with it, and really bring a gamer mentality. And there's nobody that does that better than Justin Spring.
Dang! Woo, that was textbook. Good handstand. Oh, way to go.
Justin's awesome. He's just a positive energy in this gym and really has a lot of knowledge that we can apply to our lives. I mean, he's been to the Olympics. He's coached many collegiate athletes, so he's kind of like a team dad, which is also really special.
Just give it some time. When you get like a couple dozen numbers under your belt with the new approach to the board, it's going to feel a lot different.
Over the last year, the NCAA allowed us to add an additional coach to our coaching staff, and right when that news was announced, I knew immediately that Amelia Hunley was the person I wanted to bring on our staff. I knew exactly where her heart was, what her vision was, and that she would be the perfect addition to our staff.
Here we go. Hey, that's it, Cam. Good. Keep working all the way extension, knees and ankles together. Okay, not just like toes, but ankles. Good, Cam. Cam, good.
Well, I may be a little biased, but this staff is the best in the business. These coaches do a great job of just meeting us where we're at, both, on the mat and in life. And I feel like they view us, as a person as a whole and not just a gymnast.
Rocking the crimson scrunchie.
Yeah, well, they don't really have any airtime.
I dig it. You don't see scrunchies very often.
I hate scrunchies.
Yeah, that's why I guess you don't see them very often. I grew up with an older sister who was a gymnast.
People wear black scrunchies.
Scrunchies were everywhere in the Spring household growing up, so yeah.
You get yourself into the hut right now.
4 months.
Yeah, because you've been working over there, and you continue to put one foot in front of the other, and that's what it's about. But right now you got to reset. Put yourself into that happy place, all right? Just get yourself down here a little bit more, and just keep working. You're gonna get this thing, okay? Good job. Proud of you.
Round off 1.5. and she sticks.
The Crimson Tide love it. It is. It's a 10 for Luisa Blanco.
Last year, our team experienced a lot of growth, and that's something that we really prioritized. We knew there were going to be a lot of uncertainties. We knew there were going to be a lot of challenges. We were a new staff working with a team that we knew, but we didn't know them really well because that really only happens over time. And so this year, we're able to challenge our team in ways that we couldn't do last year. I think that's allowed us to really dig in and help each person develop their gamer mentality so that they're ready to handle any situation that comes at them and find a way to thrive.
This team is capable of anything this year. I've seen moments of greatness that will compete against the greatest programs in the country. You know, the difference is how far in your consistency line do you fall.
We want to be undefeated. We want to be regular season champs, SEC champs, natty champs, regional champs. We want it all. And we're going to give it all that we have.
I think there's a difference between having a goal and being on a mission. I'm on a mission to compete with a freedom that I've never had before because there's no better time than now. But I think our goal as a team is just to stay united and to all be on the same page. We know we can't do this if we're not all locked in together. If we put our minds to it and we're united, nobody can stop us this year.